taking on Nawafy. Here we go. Nawafy has got a lot to prove of himself, but wisty, he's going to have to be defending what experience that he has got. But Brazil versus Mina, both regions known for their mechanics, but a little bit of a different take on them coming out of both. Brazil, often high-flying offense, coming out with just raw offensive capabilities, whereas Mina, you've got players like Rawas and TRK known to use their mechanics on defense. And there's wisty on the offense, flip reset into the back of the net, and Nawafy just could not do anything to stop it. That's the sorts of mechanics you've come to expect from a player from Brazil. wisty, he's shown that off in show matches before and in the RLCS as well, playing on Crew Esports in the top echelons of the South American region, but he's got a lot to prove still. Nawafy, he's not got as many RLCS results. In fact, I couldn't find any RLCS results from him, whether or not that's him choosing not to compete or maybe not getting far enough to be traced. I don't know, but what I do know is wisty takes a second one, a full cross-map air dribble into a flip reset back of the net, and we talked about mechanics coming out of the South American region, and well, if you needed a golden child for that, what better than that play? Kickoff there again, coming out well, but wisty is the beneficiary of it. Let's get control of it now. Oh, it's a fake challenge from him, but maybe might getting a little bit more than he can bite off there. wisty again, 3 goals, less than a minute played. Now the kickoff, let's see. Again, Nawafy, he's going to need something beneficial here to go his way, but unfortunately, he doesn't quite manage to get it to happen, but wisty does actually give him a little bit of space here. Might get punished, no, not quite, but now it's again down the other end. wisty, he's trying to harass Nawafy a little bit here, trying to bait him into a commit early, but Nawafy chooses not to bite, but with low boost to his name, he's not really got much to do with this. His only option... Oh, that's a beautiful flick from Nawafy! Oh, I did not expect him to do that much with no boost, but he's out here proving me wrong. wisty caught a little bit out of position and, well, maybe a little bit overzealous, overconfident with his 3-goal lead. But in a 1 versus 1, that lead can crumble away at a moment's notice. wisty again, good flick. Nawafy, oh, that's an even better save to keep that one out. But now wisty, he's got boost control. To the side, oh, it's a brilliant chance from Nawafy to get that ball away, but he does need to now find himself a little bit of boost because wisty, here he comes on the offense. Air dribble, might look for the bump. No, try to play the 50. The mind games coming out of wisty. You can see the experience that this man has in 1 versus 1s, the amount of mind games and just overall high percentage plays he's gone for, and it's only been 2 minutes. Oh, but that is an unfortunate whiff there from wisty. I think he would have liked for that shot to have gone on target, but fortunately for him, he is 3-1 up in the series, in the game so far. Now he's been given a little bit of time by Nawafy, and gets the first 2%, chose not to use it. Musty flick attempt, good attempt, but Nawafy was there with the block. Well played there from him, but wisty, he's still looking to come again on this offense. Oh, that's a whiff there from Nawafy. wisty now has a full field to work with, but oh, maybe he's looking for a little bit of a freestyle there. That's a 1-touch, yeah. It's a good shot, but maybe he could have done a little bit more with that play there. Now Nawafy is the one to benefit from that, but with only 13 boost, he's really going to struggle to find much. He looks for the bump. I think he lands it. Wait, hang on. I need to rewatch that again because I'm not entirely sure if this one landed or if wisty maybe made his no. wisty's turning circle was maybe a little bit too wide there. Maybe trying to dodge the bump, but instead he didn't give himself the chance to actually get the ball out of the net. Well, that was a brilliant delay there from Nawafy. wisty, I mean, he's back. He's on the ball. He's done well, but he might end up seeing himself on the other end of an instant dive. It's something that Nawafy hasn't quite done yet. Oh, but instead he's been faked. wisty down the field, faking them out. 4-2, and the lead of 2 has been restored. I can skip that replay. It's a brilliant kickoff once again, it goes back towards Wisty's corner, but Nawafy choosing to back off just a little bit. Now, oh, that's a pinch attempt. It's a good one. Nawafy, he's a little bit awkward for him, but just about managing to get that one and gets the boost. Full field of play as well to work with as Wisty choosing not to challenge, but just the absolute perfect time to get on the end of that ball. And now it's Wisty's turn to go on the attack. Instead, actually, he just plays it towards the corner, leaving Nawafy with time and space. But the first touch actually betrays him a little bit there, giving Wisty an opening, and this might just go downfield the other end. No, Wisty pre-flip into the ball, maybe playing with his food just a little bit here, but the food might come back to bite you if Nawafy can get this one down the other end. The overzealousness of Wisty almost costing him there, but fortunately for him, the defense just about managing to secure itself. Wisty, oh, that's a brilliant bump downfield. Nawafy cannot do anything about that one. Flick, yep. The bump as well. Wisty, he's just showing the prowess that he's got, and Nawafy, he has a lot of questions being asked of him coming into this series, and well, he's still got to find them. He's still got to find those answers. Now Wisty, oh, he's up now. He's got possession of the ball. He's got a little bit of time. Flip reset attempted. Oh, but the flip reset doesn't quite manage to connect. Now Nawafy, he might actually get the open net down the other end, and he does in fact land it. Wisty, he went for the flip reset there, but unfortunately, maybe a little bit too overconfident, as Nawafy does get one down the other end off the back of an open net. Wisty's mistake does cost him there, but still with 40 seconds on the clock, a good kickoff for Nawafy. Could spell disaster for Wisty, but fortunately for him, it's Wisty, the one to take control. Double flip reset over the top. No, not quite. And now Nawafy has a chance to get this one downfield, but Wisty's wave dash attempt not quite connecting. Now Nawafy's got a full tanker boost, and Wisty's in an awkward spot, but brilliant diving save to get back to that one. But still, Nawafy continues the attack. Wisty, low boost. Oh, he's so awkward, but Nawafy gives him so much respect. Little bit too much respect given, and that should be the end of game one, as in fact Wisty, double tap, drop down. Oh, it's not quite in, but time has betrayed him regardless, as the game will be over, and Wisty he's going to be able to answer those questions. Game two is now being kicked off as Wisty takes game one and now looks to continue to pursue that lead even further. And with a kickoff like that, the story is continuing the exact same way as game one. I mean, his kickoffs have always been sublime, but that one does betray him just a little bit there as Nawafy, I think for the first time in this series, other than when it's been 0-0, has secured himself an equalising goal as Wisty. The kickoffs that he's been so good at this entire series so far has betrayed him there a little bit, as he does lose it. Nawafy again with a good kickoff, but it goes Wisty's way as he's going to be able to collect that one. The fake there from Nawafy, as he's not quite sure whether or not he wants to go for this play, to choose to go for it in the end, but unfortunately all he achieves from it is moving this ball back towards Wisty's way, who now has a full tanker boost and a full field of space to work with. Looked for the plan B, but no, Nawafy got in the way of it just enough to prevent that play from happening. Now Nawafy, oh, Wisty, he's caught himself flipping forward. Nawafy's on the ball, air dribble, pogo. He tried his best dark impression there, I respect it, but now Wisty's down the other end. What can he do? One touch, flip reset. Yeah, he might look for the second, but the ball maybe a little bit too far off target to keep that one within a dangerous shooting opportunity. Nawafy, yeah, plays this one low, takes control of it on the ground. Flip it, nope, just takes the flick high, but still just skying the ball just a little bit. But you know, it's a good decision here from Nawafy to play this one back to his own corner, play a little bit Southgate ball and take possession and reset the play. But Wisty is actually the one to benefit from that, as he does get control of the ball. And when you give Wisty time and space like that, well, he's not gonna miss. One is the scoreline now, as it is still one game up to Wisty. Nawafy, he realistically needs to claim this game too if he wants to have a solid chance of making this series win a reality, and this might be the thing to do it. Air dribble bump attempted, but Wisty, that's some good composure there from him. Now, could see a pinch down the field. Nawafy has to get back to this one. He does, but now Wisty's got control of the ball as a result. Side wall, double tap. No, it's not quite connected, but Nawafy, maybe a transition goal. Yes, he does find it. There was a little bit of nerves that maybe he might not have connected on that one, but he does, in fact, get that one down the field. And once again, we find ourselves in an equalised ball game. Again, Wisty, it's a good kicker from him, but Nawafy's actually the one finally to take control off of this one. Pinch there from Wisty, though, leaves Nawafy now having to move back the whole length of his field, but recognizing the space Wisty has given him, going back for his own boost, he now takes control of the ball. Edgeable bump might be the attempt here, it was, but unfortunately Wisty was just a little bit too wise to it and hovered that ball a little bit earlier maybe than Nawafy was expecting, forcing a change of plan out of him. And now here we go again, Wisty. Oh, it's an instant challenge there from Nawafy, and he might find himself with an open opportunity off of the result of it. Yes, that's exactly what happens, and Nawafy, for the first time in this series, finds himself with a lead. Now, but Wisty might actually just find an instant response. He does, but shot not quite landing on target. Wisty's going to want that one back, and Nawafy ends up claiming this game too. Now he's got control of the ball. Oh, he's just taking his time. He's making Wisty confused as to what his play is. And the slow shot from Nawafy. That's just sublime. Wisty, he caught himself for the first time this series panicking just a little bit. And Nawafy actually recognized that space, recognized that panic that Wisty was bringing, and took that space and just, you know, took advantage of it. But now Wisty's the one being forced to find that response. Nawafy has played this game too so well. It's so much of an upgrade off of game one, and the lean back reset into Musty. If there's ever a player you wanted to find a response from, Wisty would be that player. You can't give him that sort of space though. That is something Nawafy will have to sort out, because 1 versus 1, Wisty, you give him that sort of space, that sort of time, with a full tank of boost, and believe you me, he will take it every single time. And Nawafy, he just takes a little bit of a pop shot there, but maybe it was a little bit of a mistake, but actually the second attempt, not quite on target, now leaves Wisty again with time in the air, as Nawafy chooses not to commit, and even when he did at the right time, there's Wisty, flip reset over him, and tied game once again. That's just brilliant from Wisty. You can't really be mad at that one. That's just a brilliant display of mechanics from him. Air dribble into the flip reset. And now again, reset of play, 4-4 with a minute 45 left on the clock. Realistically, there's time for both of these sides to make a comeback and then potentially even lose it again. But Nawafy caught panicking maybe just a little bit, and Wisty is the one to be the beneficiary of that one as he just scores another free tap in. On the kickoff, couldn't quite make that contact work though, but chooses to play this ball back. Now we might see another cross-map air dribble from him. We've seen it earlier in this game, in this series. Oh, leads back for the fake on Nawafy, just plays it low instead of playing it high. Nawafy, he chose one direction, and Wisty said, hold my beer, I'll go for the other. It's just sublime. Wisty, he looked down and out for all of about 30 seconds in this game too, but it shows why he's the level of player that he is, and bringing out that mechanical prowess, that game sense, that he does have the brain to just outplay his opponent at any given moment. But I say that now, if he does get one down the other end, as his hopes have not been squashed just yet. It was a brilliant display of defense there from him. I talked about it at the start of the series. The players from the Middle East tend to have the mechanics, but they tend to use them a lot more defensively. You think of players like Rawas, like TRK, who are the top of the ones game, but also top of the 3v3 game, and most of them, they have mechanics when they're required of them, but most of the time they are used on defense. Nawafy, he's going to have to go down the other end twice in the next 60 seconds if he wants this game 2 to go his way, but with pitches like that down the field, it might not work out, but Nawafy got back to it now, and wisty has given him a full field of space. What's the option? It's a flip reset. wisty, that's just brilliant. That's just brilliant. The squishy save, and it might be down the other end now. Flip reset, yeah. It's connected, but not quite on target as... Oh, Nawafy, he needs to get this one downfield quickly. He can't be fumbling the way he is right here, right now. He needs to get this one in. He does. Almost, yes, the flick is good. And wisty, only one goal separates him and Nawafy. A kickoff could see this game be equalised. But we have to find it out now. It needs to go perfect for Nawafy. He cannot let this kickoff go Wisty's way, and unfortunately it has. Now wisty, all he has to do is either stall for time or find himself an 8th goal, and he will see himself through to triple match point. But Nawafy, it's time to send the kitchen sink. You've got to start playing aggressive from here, or wisty will be claiming this second game. Stick it down now all the way. wisty might have given one over. Oh, it might be a little bit of a mistake here from wisty, and it is! Nawafy down the other end as wisty maybe got a little bit too overzealous there, a little bit too overconfident on that air dribble, and Nawafy bides his time and eventually gets that one into the back of the net. But with 3 seconds left, there's still time for a little bit of regulation magic if wisty can maybe get this one in off the bounce. It looks like it's benefiting him. No, it's not quite. A 7-7 is the scoreline here in game 2, as for the first time we do see an overtime. Now wisty's the one to benefit off that kickoff at the start of overtime, but Nawafy choosing to play the boost grab game. Now it's the one on the ball as wisty is scrambling for some boosters. Get the back corner, but now a musty fake actually was the play there from Nawafy. It was a brilliant decision from him, but now he has to defend wisty, and when you're going like that, wisty will just pop the ball around you. And there's wisty again claiming game 2. There's a lot required here from work. But now we have to see. Okay, oh, wisty has actually gone for a car change, I believe. Have to wait for him to come back, as I have very much pre-jumped this decision to join in the lobby. Here he is. He's back in the lobby. Here we go. Alright, so game 3 is now where we find ourselves as Nawafy. He needs to find a response now. There is no more second chances, no more second lives. He's just got to make this happen right here, right now. Right, this is stuff. I'll figure this one out later. Okay, here we go. And Nawafy there. That's a flick attempt. It's good block there by wisty. Now he's up again. Nawafy, oh, that's one touch from him. It's brilliant display. Now Nawafy continues on. Flip reset. Over the top. No, he chooses to play it low instead. There goes Nawafy, and he takes the opening goal here in game 3. And if that was a response you were looking for, it's absolutely perfect. Finds a much better response there from Nawafy. If you try, takes the opening goal here in game 3, and now wisty is being the one to respond. Nawafy, when he got the lead in game 2, the floodgates opened for him for a little bit, but wisty eventually steadied the ship. Maybe this might be the same situation here again in game 3, but Nawafy is going to look to claim at least one game as he's seeking out this bump. Couldn't quite happen though. Couldn't quite make it land, but chooses to play back now instead. It's a smart decision here from Nawafy, as he is in fact chasing a reverse sweep. Maybe it's just peak content from him. Wait, was that a stall? That looked a little bit awkward from him. It looked like he got a reset and then played a flip and then got a second one, but jumped a little bit too overzealously there. What did Nawafy? I'm not quite sure why he made that jump. Maybe, oh, he got baited. wisty just completely baited him into a breezy flick, and Nawafy got caught hook, line, and sinker. Tried to jump to get the block, and wisty just played it past him instead. Response has been found, but now Nawafy is the one again. He's on the possession of the ball. Kickoff's gone well for him. But what can he do with the possession of this ball? Plays it low. wisty just chose not to be baited in on this occasion. Now he's got possession of the ball to boot, but it's looking a little bit confusing as Nawafy has somehow got that boost. Not quite sure how he's managed that as the bump attempt. The bump lands. There it is again. Nawafy 2-1 as he puts a little bit of a my bad in chat. As maybe, I think he's maybe trying to get inside of Wisty's head. Maybe a little bit of quick chatting might be his strategy. The mental games seem similar to all of that be careful comments you remember from Fairy Peak way back in the day. If you don't remember the be careful, you've never watched Prime 1v1 Rocket League, but wisty says he just does not care. He's not phased by your little passive aggressive comments or whatever the intent of it was. He goes for a little bump of his own, the flick in the back of the net, and once again we find ourselves equalised. Oh, pinch attempt there from wisty, but maybe he should have taken a little bit more time on that one. He had the space. Now if he had given him a full field advantage, and oh my god, what is Nawafy doing? That is absolutely sublime. 1-12s, flips it in, 50, goal. As a defender, forget about wisty's 100 ping. As a defender, how are you supposed to save that? He can flick it on the first spin, he doesn't. He can flick it on the second spin like he does, and then even when wisty gets the read correctly, Nawafy just says, okay, you can read it correctly, I'm just going to muscle it past you. It's absolutely brilliant, and I mean, Nawafy, he's played this game free about as... Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. Please. Oh, wisty's put it in. wisty's put it in the back of his own net, but in fairness, my man is trying to be dark. That is absolutely incredible. The pogo coming out here from Nawafy as he takes inspiration from his Saudi Arabian brother over in... that is dark, but... brilliant display there. wisty is now having to look for, again, a 2-goal response. But he found one in Game 2, so I wouldn't count him out yet. And with 2 minutes 15 still on the clock, there's everything still left to play for. All the time in the world to really make anything happen. A 2-goal lead. Well, that's not safe in 1v1, even with 5 seconds left, let alone 2 entire minutes. Shadow defense here from Nawafy as he tries to get a read on what wisty wants to do, and wisty just continues to hold the ball by himself. Says Nawafy, please just go hit the ball and I will then go after you. Absolutely brilliant there from wisty as he tries to bait Nawafy into a mistake, and while Nawafy doesn't give him one initially, eventually gets a little bit too close to the goal for his liking and is forced into a commit, but wisty doesn't get that boost actually, meaning Nawafy has a chance to go downfield with this ball, but unfortunately uses up a full tank of boost to do relatively little, so now wisty's the one on the ball with time and space, pogo of his own, but Nawafy was there in the right spot at the right time and now has the ball. Musty flick, oh, it's actually a fake. Underneath that wisty, it does not go. Play a little bit back, actually chooses to instantly go. I think he looked for the demo on Nawafy there, but didn't quite connect onto it. Now Nawafy, oh, he's been given a little bit of time and space. Fakes wisty just about connecting on that one. Oh, maybe he can't connect on that one! Oh, Nawafy just continues to go for the ball. wisty thought he had a little bit of time, and Nawafy just says, yeah, sure, I'll come in from behind the ball and hit the ball backwards in front of your face. This man is capable of some extreme feats, and this is why he's got to the level that he's at. But he still needs to prove himself. We talked about it. We talked about it before this series, that while he's got to the top echelons of the 1v1 rank ladder, not many show matches under his belt for Nawafy. And wisty, I mean, he's a seasoned opposition. It's a brilliant chance for Nawafy to truly test his mettle, and while he didn't quite live up to it in Game 1, in Game 2, it was a 1-goal affair, and right now, it seems like this game is entirely coming up in his number. That's how do you keep that one out? How do you keep that one out? That is sublime. He gets bumped and he hits off the crossbar and just pogos back into the ball to keep it out. And I mean, if I'm completely honest with you, this is just Nawafy's game. Things cannot go wrong for him. The musty flick to secure it, and that should be game 3 all wrapped up. But who knows, maybe there'll be a little bit of kickoff magic. Maybe I'm counting Wisty out a little bit too soon, who knows, but no, maybe not. The game is coming to an end. The timer has betrayed Wisty as maybe one constellation goal being looked for, but no, not quite, as Nawafy does claim game. Here we go, game 4. Wisty, he now needs to be the one to find the response, as Nawafy is going to continue to pursue this momentum that he's starting slowly but steadily to build up. As Wisty, I mean, you need to stop that flood before it becomes a problem, because if this game goes to game 5, well, the sky might in fact be the limit. I do in fact agree with you. The RLduels Twitch channel making a very good point that Nawafy's ground game is extremely good, as in a 1v1 game mode where a lot of players tend to lean towards aerial plays at the moment. I mean, you've got players like Moxie with the Moxie flick, and other players like that capable of insane ground plays, but most of the time, as of now, it's a lot of aerial mechanics that do get you those goals, as 1v1 has evolved to such an extreme that a simple dribble to a flick is sometimes not just enough. But in that time we've been talking, Nawafy, he fakes the flip reset, and he doesn't actually even get the flip reset. The front 2 wheels go off of the car, and then it hits the back 2 on the ball, and Wisty, he's caught himself actually believing that that was going to be a flip reset and readied himself for it, and Nawafy just said, yeah, okay, this ball's just going to trickle into the back of your net. 1-0 now, as Nawafy, he can't let himself score, concede early again. Wisty now up again. Nawafy, it's good defense there from him. He's not panicking on his own line, and that's something I have enjoyed about his gameplay. It's another good thing about his ground game, that when he's put in difficult situations, he doesn't panic, at least not as early as it would become too detrimental to him. But now a 20 boost to save this shot. Oh, it was almost perfect. Top bins there from Wisty. Now downfield again. Here we go. Nawafy. Oh, he's choosing to play low. He just wants to muscle this one through. No! Not quite past Wisty. And here we go again. The play has well and truly slowed down here in this game 3, but what might happen here is yet to be decided, as Nawafy has a full tank of boost. Wisty is giving him space. Oh, that's a flip reset. Is it over him? Yes, it is! There's Nawafy again! Nice shots in chat here from Wisty, as all you can do, you've got no boost. You can simply just have to respect the shot there from Nawafy. It's just perfect placement. The backflip flick off of the flip reset as a bit of an awkward angle, and that one's just impossible to read. Here he comes again, fake. Wisty almost got caught out by that one, but just about recovering to get back towards the ball and stop Nawafy from getting a third goal. Maybe Nawafy caught a little bit off there. No, not quite, as now he's the one on the opportunity. Backflip flick, no, good 50 there from Wisty, and this might just be an opening goal down the other end. Wait, no. Yeah, okay. Okay, panic averted. I thought for a second there Wisty might put that one off target, but what am I even thinking? He's an RCS regional finalist for a reason. It's not going to be missing that one. Either way, 2-1 is now the scoreline, and a very, very critical game 4 here, as it's now on Wisty. He's got one, now needs to find a second if he wants to equalise this game. But Nawafy, oh, that's a good squishy save from him. Brilliant display of defence there from the Saudi Arabian, but now he's the one looking to transition downfield, as maybe Wisty's given him a little bit of an opening. Yes, he has! What looked like an opportunity there for Wisty to keep this ball out of Nawafy's hands and get the boost actually just completely backfires in his face, as Nawafy, I mean, he's skilled enough to be able to shoot that one at the speeds that he does with no boost in the tank. Now the kickoff, it works in Wisty's favour. He's just going to take this one instantly, and he does! As Nawafy gets his third, Wisty immediately fires back with his second. Half the game still left to go, however. We do need to find out. Can wisty continue this momentum? Because it seems to be shifting ever so slightly back into his favour. But now he needs to keep those floodgates closed. He cannot let wisty continue gaining momentum, even if slowly but steadily. Because a player of his caliber is just simply capable of running a marathon once you have that even tiniest smidge of momentum. Now here he goes again. The mechanics we saw from him in game 1 have not come out since, but I mean, he doesn't need them. I'll be quiet, he doesn't need them. He completely throws Nawafy for a loop here under him and just catches the ball. I mean, when you're looking for simple but effective, what more can you ask for but that? Here we go. Oh, Nat Wisty. He might be benefiting off this kickoff again. Yes, he is! Kickoff goal, and immediately we go the other way. I've talked about it in this series prior that no lead is safe in a 1 versus 1, and we've just seen it there flipped within about 5 seconds. Wisty goes from being 1 goal down to 1 goal up, and now Nawafy, in a game he cannot afford to lose, has to find his response and 2 minutes to do it. Wisty has chosen to give him a little bit of space, lean back, reset found, but the ball, unfortunately, it goes off the edge of his car and actually goes a little bit too far out of his reach. And now Wisty maybe looking to play a little bit of game management, trying to keep this ball away from Nawafy until a mistake is forced, but maybe he'll be the one to actually make the mistake himself. As Nawafy now chooses to play back to his own back left corner, and now has control of this ball. Up he goes. Here we go. Maybe the flip reset, maybe the bit bump. Chooses to actually just play the double tap, but unfortunately couldn't quite make it land as Wisty had an open net. Chooses not to take it twice. What? Wisty? Please don't score off and concede off this. Thank you. If Wisty's conceded off that one and potentially lost the series as a result, I mean, I don't know what I would have thought. He had 2 open nets, but got maybe a little bit confident and went for the sidewall double tap instead of just tapping it in. You're 1 goal up. Maybe this isn't the time for being a little bit risky. Because Nawafy, I mean, he's shown himself capable of flipping this scoreboard before, and now he has to do it again, but the clock is slowly going down and down. He's losing time at the rate of knots, and realistically, probably only has about 2 more attacks left in him as the fake comes through. Now he has to convert this one, but no boost to his name as... Okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief now. I thought Nawafy did all of that just to miss the open net on no boost, but thankfully for him, the ball does trickle in, and with 27 seconds left on our clock. Nawafy, if he wants to force game 5, that's the perfect way to do it. A sublime kickoff from him. And we talked about it. I mentioned it when Wisty did exactly this. You can flip the scoreline in a 1v1 in literally the blink of an eye. And I mean, Wisty did it to Nawafy, and Nawafy's clearly responded by saying, that was just for content. This is the real deal. On the delayed kickoff attempt there, but Wisty was wise to it. He saw right through Nawafy's game plan, and now this might end up biting him. The karma coming back, but no, Wisty's bump attempt didn't quite come through, and Nawafy again on the potential of a reverse sweep. 6-4 in game 4, and Wisty needs a miracle. He's got those rapid fire demos. I mean, we've not seen them yet, but he's certainly been going for those aggressive plays from time to time. Maybe he's figured out that he doesn't quite need them against Wisty because he's been having success in games 3 and 4 without any sort of demo plays. As there we go, the clock has now hit 0 as Nawafy has confirmed game worked, but Wisty needs to find the answer because so far he's had 2 opportunities to do it, and I mean, in fairness, he's not managed to find it since game 1 and game 2. Game 2 was so unbelievably close. It went to that overtime, and Wisty did end up taking it, but right now, game 1 also went Wisty's way, but in a very dominant fashion. As of right now, no game has been too dominant in Nawafy's favour. It's been maybe 1 or 2 goals at most. Wisty, there's the demo. There might be an open net. I mean, he's got so much time for that one. It's point blank, and game 5 has been opened up with a Wisty goal. Now, again, the kickoffs are going to have to be looking to come through as Nawafy, he's on the back foot. This hasn't been the case in the last 2 games. He's always been the one to score first. Maybe it might be the swing of momentum Wisty needs to put himself back on the right foot. But Nawafy, I mean, it looks like he's got an open opportunity. Wisty, he's so boostless, but just about getting... Oh my god. I don't even need to comment on that one, because that was just disgusting from Nawafy. Catches that ball perfectly. And I mean, Wisty, there's nothing he can do. He's been diving for about 20 seconds, completely boostless, and eventually the defense was going to have to give when your opponent has a full tank of boost. And there it is again off the kickoff. Nawafy immediately flipping the scoreboard as Wisty, his attempts to dive back to this ball have ended in vain. Let's see if Wisty's able to conjure something here on the kickoff. I mean, it's gone well for him. Maybe he's able to score this one, and yes, he is! As both teams just going kickoff goal after kickoff goal after kickoff goal. As neither one seems to really want to mellow out in a bit of a neutral game state, as we saw Wisty get the opening goal, and now within almost no time at all, it's 2-2. Here we go, now Wisty, I mean, he's got control of the ball, but he actually doesn't land on the boost, leaving Nawafy now with a chance to move in on this play. There's one touch from him, it's a good 50, maybe, just maybe. Might be able to get this one downfield. Now it's now Wisty on the ball. He's got control of it. Got a dribble. Yeah, the dribble's good. The bump's just as good, but Nawafy just about connecting on that ball. Now, if that was me, I know I'd be bumped, lagging through that ball, and nothing would be connected. Oh my god, that's disgusting, Nawafy. What a fake there from him to open up the scoreboard and get himself the lead once again. Oh, Wisty, he looked to play the 50, and I don't blame him. You can't really trust that Nawafy is gonna hit that ball, or should I say, you can't trust that he isn't, because if he hits that ball, it's just in the back of your net anyway. It's a 50-50 play, and unfortunately got the call wrong, but he might just be down the other end if Nawafy can't get back to this one. Oh my god, what a save from him, but no boost. This should be free for Wisty, but no! Ball's over the top of the crossbar, but Wisty again with an opportunity, and you continue to pepper the net with offense. The defense will crumble eventually, but in this case, one will eventually go on target. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, 1v1s, the beautiful thing about them is how you can really flip any scoreline, even a multiple goal deficit within no time at all, simply off the back of kickoffs, going over and over, because one good kickoff, I mean, the kickoff game is completely different in 1v1s compared to every other game mode, because a neutral kickoff like that one, if you get the beneficiary, if your opponent is flung slightly to the side, rather than in other game modes where you have to struggle to keep possession of it, it's just an open net. And Wisty, I mean, that's his 3rd kickoff goal in this game 5. And Nawafy, I mean, that's a brilliant display of different defense from him there. Wisty now down his own corner, gets control of his boost. It looked like Nawafy wanted to try and get a bump or a boost steal on him, but it's now given Wisty a little bit too much space, might I add. The musty flick is good, but not quite good enough to get past Nawafy. Now here we go again. Down the field. Oh, it's a fake attempt, but Wisty, I mean, we've talked about his prowess. We've talked about the medals that he has collected, and I mean, he's not going to fall for that same fake multiple times in a series. Nawafy, you need to look into that playbook of tricks. You need to find something that will be the difference maker. Find out one thing that Wisty maybe doesn't expect. Bring it out here and now, because you do not have much more time. This game will end. This series will end in the next 2 minutes if you cannot find an equalizing goal. Oh, that's off the post. Oh, we talked about the playbook, but actually, maybe Nawafy just biding his time, waiting for the mistake coming out from Wisty as the equalizer does in fact go in. I mean, I 100% agree with you. 1v1s are so overlooked. I remember watching Scrub Killer talking about 1v1 show matches back in the day and his own kickoffs, and he described how he won show match after show match simply off of the back of having a good kickoff. It's so understated how good kickoffs can be in this game mode, because you can just win off the back of them almost instantly. Forget air dribbles, forget flip resets. They might get you a couple goals a game. Kickoff, that could get you 10. There we go. I mean, good 50-50 there from Nawafy. There's not really much more to comment on that one, as Wisty looks a little bit confident, but Nawafy takes that confidence and just shoves it in his face. Now Nawafy's the one with the lead, and he's doing so well at the moment in this reverse sweep. Sometimes when underdogs go for this reverse sweeping motion, they can get a little bit nervous once they realise maybe the win is actually possible. I myself have been guilty of that from time to time, not necessarily in 1v1s, because unfortunately I'm not very good at 1v1s. If anyone's ever seen my tracker, it's not very good. Let's put it that way. I'm currently chilling with the diamonds, despite being a GC3 level player in every other game mode. It's not looking good, but what is looking good is this air dribble downfield from Wisty. Oh, he hesitates on the bump. He hesitates on if to go for the bump or the flip reset, and that slight hesitation gave Nawafy a chance to bring himself back onto that ball and figure out how he wanted to play it. And now Nawafy, oh, he's looking for the air dribble bump. He looked for it, couldn't quite find it, but even just the attempt was enough to scare Wisty off. 4-6 is the scoreline, and Nawafy, all he has to do is hold a 2-goal lead in the next minute, and he'll find himself having completed this reverse sweep. And if I'm completely honest with all of you, my only regret from this entire series is that it wasn't a best of 7. I think this game being a best of 7 would have been exactly the content we would have needed. It would have been absolutely sublime, but unfortunately, best of 5 is all that we've got. So the game will end within the next minute unless Wisty can score too. But with the prowess that this man has got, we've seen him in the 1v1 circuits all over the world. Salt Mine, Fear Madness, everything you can think of. He's come up strong in all of them and now has 30 seconds to find one, or this show match will go by the way of his opposition. What have you got? You've got so little time to find that answer. And now, oh, he's got the boost. Now if he couldn't quite connect on it, flip reset, attempted dump. Top right corner almost found, but oh, he looked for the bump there. Okay, now if he's now downfield, Wisty likely has one more offense, one more chance to make this happen. But now all he has to do is play a little bit of game management demo. Oh, it's found Wisty. All you have to do is paste this one in the net, and he's not going to miss that one. Tied ball game, 6-6, and at the moment it's looking like we might be finding ourselves with the ever-coveted Game 5 overtime, but we do have a kickoff coming, and we've seen so many kickoff goals here in Game 5. Will this be the same, or will it go neutrally and find ourselves in an overtime? As, oh my god, Nawafy almost threw that one, but thankfully back to it just in time as the kickoff here. Game 5 overtime. The winner of this overtime will secure the series. It is golden goal for this show match. Oh, he's looking for the bump. Not quite connecting though, but Nawafy is under so much pressure, and with no boost, Wisty actually has Nawafy's back left spawn on him, so he now has the facilities to get this one back to his own corner. Nawafy now trying to give chase, not quite connecting. Now Wisty, oh, he plays the fake, but the fake, I mean, Nawafy doesn't fall for it. The bump is found, wave dash not found for either for Wisty, and there's Nawafy, open net, and he wins in a reverse sweep. That is